Welcome everybody to another episode of Forever Faithful Podcast. I'm Brandon Frenio. Joined by me is my co-host Christian Dyer. How's it going,
How's it
Christian?
going, guys? It's good, man. How's it going?
Good. We're finally back. It's been a month. Got a lot to talk about. OTAs has happened. Jimmy G's looking good in training camp. So is Trey Lance.
Injury bug never left.
Yep. And also too is the injury bug is back again. So we'll go ahead and start off on how OTAs were going before they ended it last week. From what the video that you saw past couple weeks, what do you think so far? What are your opinions?
I'm kind of, I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent. I like, I can get a little bit excited for some of that stuff, but I'm definitely, I don't know. I'm more of like a wait till the games start coming to really make my. I can't even think of the word, but like once like preseason starts and stuff, and I can kind of see them play a little bit, then I'll kind of like get more excited. Like OTAs are cool and stuff, and like see what they're doing is cool, but I don't know. I'm not really like excited with that stuff, and it's kind of it doesn't really. I don't think it shows much. I think some people find excitement out of anything, but I kind of wait till preseason. That's how I kind of get a good feel of what's going on.
Yeah.
Plus, I mean, I wish we didn't even have some of these things, man. Like getting injuries this early at the start of the season. So I'm not that excited yet. It didn't show me enough, and then I'm just kind of frustrated that we already have the injuries starting.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, with OTAs like so far, I mean, yeah, it's just practice and getting warmed up and everything, but just looking at like what the new players have and what they could bring to the table is kind of eye appealing, and I feel like it makes me excited for the season when it starts. Also, too, is we're hearing a lot of good things about Trey Lance. George Kittle was on Good Morning Football the other day praising Trey Lance on how good he looks. What do you think about that?
So, I mean, those are some of the videos I have enjoyed seeing. I mean, it's kind of cool just seeing how much work that kid's putting in. I mean, like he's nonstop.
Mm-hmm.
Like when they're supposed to be taking breaks, there's videos of him with Mohamed Sanu.
Yes, I've seen that too.
Like it's like Sanu's like following him everywhere.
Yeah,
like everywhere Trey is, there's Sanu. Like even though like one of the things Sanu was or not Sanu, but Lance was throwing to some like college receivers. Sanu was still there. He was filming.
Mm-hmm.
So like he's kind of like almost kind of like a mentor, like to Trey. So that part's pretty cool. It almost makes me feel like if they didn't want Sanu on the team, like on the 53-man roster, he easily could be a coach because of just the type of guy he is. So he's pretty awesome. Like I'm just becoming more fond of Sanu with everything I see with Lance on all his videos. Like I really like how Sanu's really, giving all that help to Lance and stuff with having that veteran presence, especially when you're like learning a lot and trying to make yourself better. Having a guy that's been there and been to a Super Bowl, stuff like that. I like that a lot, actually.
Yeah, me too. We got Hung Fat in the chat. What's going on, Hung Fat? Jordan Matthews trying to become a tight end worth a flyer.
What's he gonna go? 260?
Oh, I saw that he gained a little bit of weight too. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I feel like our tight end area too is pretty deep already.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he makes a team. You know, he also has connection with Trey Lance. He was
Mm-hmm.
catching balls at his pro day, so we'll just have to see kind of how it goes there.
Yep.
I'm fine with him at a tight end. I mean, receivers that can gain weight, you know, they can play tight end just fine.
Yeah.
I wish
Yeah.
when I was playing football when I was younger, I weighed more so I could play tight end instead of receiver.
I want to go back to Mohamed Sanu. The past couple of days we've been seeing um, Mohamed with Trey Lance, like you said. It's literally like they became like best friends, honestly. And I've been seeing the way Trey Lance has been throwing the ball to him and everything. And from how he threw the ball in college to now, he's fixed his mobility a lot, man. Like
His
that
mechanics,
arm doesn't go down anymore.
his
Like
mechanics are getting better. He's really
definitely.
coachable and he's learning. Like that's the thing you see how coachable he is because his mechanics are already getting better.
Mm-hmm. Hung Fat again. I saw PFF ask the other day if you could add any player from any team, regardless of the price. Who would it be and why? That's a good question.
Um, if we're I don't know. Um, for me, I'd have to go receiver. I have to go Stephon Diggs if Trey Lance
Mm-hmm.
is starting. And you know why I have to go Stephon Diggs with Trey Lance actually being the starter is
Why?
just his track record with how much better he's made. He's made Josh Allen.
That's
Josh Allen's
true.
been substantially better since he got Stephon Diggs. So as good as Stephon Diggs has helped Josh Allen, I want to get a guy like that who could help a young quarterback the way he's helped a young Josh Allen. I just
Yeah.
have to go with that just because of what I've seen helping the young guy um, more than anything. It's the fact that we need a third receiver, even though he'd probably take over as the one receiver. It would still give us three. I'd have to say if we're starting, day one we're starting Lance. I would definitely want Stephon Diggs.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to have to say Julio Jones. I know he just signed. He just got traded to the Titans, but I feel like he would fit the Shanahan offense perfectly. I mean, he's ready with Shanahan back in Atlanta.
His best years were with Shanahan, so it makes sense.
Yes, and especially with Trey Lance at QB, gosh, the team would have been 10 times better.
I If I had to go defense though, because I know we both want offense. If I had to go
Mm-hmm.
defensive player, just because we haven't really shored up the other side, I have to go Khalil Mack.
Okay,
Could you imagine Khalil Mack and Nick Bosa, dude? Oh my God.
dude, that would be,
Oh,
man, I can only imagine.
I mean, the pass rush would be just unstoppable.
Mm-hmm. It, that would skyrocket our defense for sure.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
would be crazy.
But I think we're
Um,
gonna have some young guys playing in the backfield this year. They're gonna get some playing time, I think.
oh yeah. I've noticed too. I know it's been so long since we've been on, but we have seen a couple of our guys change their numbers to single digits. Um, I'm kind of feeling the college vibe a little bit. What do you think?
I don't know. I'm not sure if I like it.
Yeah,
I kind of agree with Tom Brady on this one.
yeah,
Certain numbers should be with certain positions. It gives more of a definitely like a professional vibe to the NFL, but it just gives more of a it's just I can't think of the word, but it just I don't know. I don't think you should mess with it. I think um, they should definitely uh, have kept it the way it was. Like it's cool the
yeah,
players get to choose. Like it's cool because I understand like they probably deserve to be able to choose what number they want, but at the same time, it's like you don't want to see a lineman with number one. which now they could technically do.
That's true.
Like there's certain numbers for certain. Like I don't want to see the quarterback number 77.
Yeah.
Not that that's going to happen, but it's just like there should be certain numbers for certain positions.
Yeah, no, I know.
Because you see the number and then you know the position. Now it's just going to be all over the place.
Now it's gonna be kind of confusing, to be honest. But
Exactly.
what you gonna do? Hunk Fat says no cornerbacks at all. Any on your top of your mind?
No, just because. I mean, I guess if we're going to choose a cornerback, probably. Um, I can't even really think of any. Like, I think we're fine. We're going to be okay at corner, especially with our pass rush. So like, that's why I didn't choose a cornerback for if I could pick any player.
Mm-hmm.
Heck, I don't even know who the top-rated cornerback is right now. So, I mean, honestly, we have the best cornerback already, Jude Ferret.
Yeah, dude. I mean, honestly, especially dealing with all his injuries that he had past couple years. I mean, the way he played was just last year was just phenomenal. I mean,
monster, dude. Like when I just keep seeing like more and more like different stats from his year last year, and I'm like, dude, this guy is the best corner in the league.
Yeah, I'm
Because
really excited.
He went unnoticed.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see what he brings this year for sure. For sure.
Hope he can stay healthy because he stayed healthy on an unhealthy year. So let's hope he can stay healthy 2 years in a row.
Yeah, seriously. Speaking of injuries, I want to go ahead and bring up the injuries that we already have had that happened last week. Justin School, he tore his ACL. Injury bug is back again, and then you got Tavarius Moore that tore his Achilles.
Yeah, dude, I don't know where these injuries come from. Like, I'm pretty sure we practice on grass because our owner fought hard to get grass to be in the stadium. So I'm pretty sure we only practice on grass. I don't think we have anything to do with turf.
Yeah, outside of the stadium, it's grass. I know for sure it's grass.
Like, are these players just hurting themselves without previous injuries? You know, like these torn ACLs, are these like just in worse injuries to an injury that's already bad? Because if you weaken a part of your knee, it makes it much more susceptible to injure it more. So I'm like, are these guys playing with already injured knees and then they're tearing ACLs? Like, it's I don't know. I mean,
it's like, what are the chances this
hard,
happens again?
It's hard to know if these guys are playing injured and then just making it worse, or if they're just completely healthy and injuring it.
Yeah, and then another one that surprised me is Jeff Wilson Jr. getting up from a chair and he hurt I think it was his MCL.
Yeah.
Right. I'm just like, how does that even happen?
It's probably, the way you got to think, it's probably already tweaked, and then he puts the wrong amount of pressure at the wrong stress point, and it just gets worse. I've injured both my knees playing sports, and I actually injured my knee snowboarding, and then I weakened my I think it was my MCL, like my inside of my knee, the tendon, which I think is the MCL, was weak, and then I literally was stretching to play football, stretching my groin, so I had my legs out straight, and my knee freaking didn't have enough strength and buckled inwards, and I completely injured my knee and couldn't do anything for 6 months. Had to take time off. You literally one injury can turn into something way worse.
Yeah, seriously.
The wrong amount of stress on the injury that could be minimal, like just a sprain or like a little pop of one of your ligaments, and then you put too much pressure and then it just gives.
I also want to mention, and then we come to find out that they released Justin School, right? He didn't get picked up at all. So then they brought him back, and now he's on the injured reserve.
I mean, I guess that's good for him in a way. I mean, he's not going to
Yeah.
play this season, so
Mm-mm.
I mean, I it's kind of whatever. It's
Yeah.
cool, but it's not like, oh yeah, he's got an injury, but he can come back this year. That's not going to happen. So
Yeah. It's not. Um. So with these injuries, I mean, are you worried at all? If I mean, I know Kyle Shanahan, you know, basically ended uh all the practices early um last week. But I mean, what are your thoughts on this?
I mean, it was only 2 injuries, and we don't know everything. Like I know a lot of people blame the training staff and stuff, and we don't know if it's training staff. We don't know if these players are not talking about possible injuries.
Hmm.
Like same thing with an Achilles though. You can have like a small like calf in lower calf injury or Achilles injury, and it can get worse really fast.
Yeah.
Like and these guys, they're used to playing through pain and stuff. So they don't. Maybe they're like, oh, it'll go away, and then something bad happens. We have no idea. It's all speculation. We don't know the story behind the injuries, but
Hmm.
so it's just 2 injuries, and injuries always happen. Like
Yeah.
I mean, it sucks, and hopefully that's the end of it, and it's not the start of something worse. But I mean, some injuries are just like fluke injuries, so it's weird. It's really weird to know. Like, were these fluke injuries? Were they aggravated injuries that got worse? Um,
Hmm.
because like Bosa's knee injury, that was just a fluke because his foot got caught on the turf and wouldn't move.
Yeah, that was
So,
horrible.
you know, who knows? That's why we shouldn't play
Yeah.
on turf. Turf should
Uh,
be outlawed. It should be only grass.
yeah.
Turf's like it's bad on me. I mean, it weakens knees if you ask me in general, and then
Hmm.
it just tears knees all the time. I mean, freaking way too many ACL tears nowadays because of this turf.
It's crazy, especially with all the injuries that happened too last year.
Yeah, you'd think that they would change something like, oh well, this we probably need to change something up here because this ain't working. With all these injuries that hurts the NFL. Like all these great players getting injured, where like certain injuries happen, and then a team that was in the Super Bowl the year before can't even make the playoffs and is one of the worst teams because of injuries.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Injuries only seem to be getting worse, not better. You would think with the technology and medicine we have now, they would get better, but they only seem to be getting worse. I mean, geez, look at the NBA. This is the worst freaking playoffs I've ever seen of injuries.
It's very true. I watched a couple games and it's bad on how many injuries are happening.
Like the Jazz would have swept the Clippers if freaking Conley wasn't injured,
Yeah.
and now they're gonna have to go to possibly 7 games. Freaking Chris Paul is who knows how long he's gonna be out. He's not gonna play in the next series for the
Hmm.
Suns, which really hurts the Suns. Just
Yeah.
Kawhi Leonard probably out for the rest of the season, rest of the playoffs with the knee injury.
Yep,
No
that's true.
Kyrie Irving, a hobbled Harden.
Yeah. Um, but let's go ahead and move on to what are your thoughts on wide receiver three? Like, who do you think will be the perfect slot guy?
I mean, it's still kind of hard to tell. There's some good. Uh, we have some good guys that can feel it. Like it also makes me wonder, like, are they going to want Sanu in there more, where he might play a lot of the receiver three,
Hmm.
or just be on certain packages. If he does make the roster, uh, Jawan Jennings, we got to get a chance to really see him play. But I get the sense he's going to be a possession guy. He doesn't have real speed, but I think he can catch the ball, go up and get it. So I'm interested to see how when we get a chance to actually see him in preseason. He's really going to be one of the players that I'm going to focus on paying attention to, just
Hmm.
because I want to see how well he does and how well he catches the ball and how he does like on third down and in the red zone. And then honestly, so far so good. But let's see what happens with Jalen Hurd. Let's see if he makes it to the regular season. Let's see if he does well in the preseason.
Yeah, I'm excited to see him for sure.
Is he going to be a receiver 3? Is he going to be a package guy? Because there's so much Shanahan can do with him. There's a reason Shanahan's kept him this long. He's obviously got an idea on how to use him. So, is it going to be a lot of same thing with Debo that we do with Debo with Hurd? So it's going to be like, well, defenses are going to be like, oh, well, who's getting the ball on the reverse, on the double reverse, on the trickery here, trickery there. It's just going to add more to it. I don't know. There's a lot I'm excited to see what the offense can go if players can stay healthy, not to mention if somehow Trey Lance can beat out Jimmy. And because I think there'll be a real chance for an actual competition. But if Trey Lance gets to play and we can somewhat open the playbook even more, like Kyle can just kind of be a mad scientist like we know he can.
Mm-hmm.
With Jalen Hurd too. So as of now, I feel like the receiver 3s might just be like a rotation thing. There might not be a definitive one. I wouldn't be surprised if it just depends on where we're out in the field, what down, what situation, who's going to possibly play receiver 3. So we know Debo's going to always be on the field, and Ayuk.
Yeah, definitely.
And then, Kittle being such a threat. The receiver 3 is pretty much the receiver 4, really.
Yeah.
But I think I wouldn't be surprised if it's like a situational thing, who they're going to play. And, what wouldn't you think that if Lance eventually is starting like a big important third down, third short, Sanu's going to be in there because he can go get open short and get the first down. And that's somebody that, Lance is going to feel comfortable throwing the ball to.
Yeah. Especially with the way you're seeing it right now with the both of them working out together and everything.
Exactly. And it's I think too, we're going to have to kind of see how it goes. Maybe we'll get more of an idea in training camp too. But, you're going to think first and second down, maybe Hurd's the receiver 3 because of all the runs. All the runs that we're going to do on first and, we're going to run the ball a lot on first and second down, I think. So I think too, once it's possible red zone, I wouldn't be surprised maybe Jennings is in there. Maybe he's a guy that can go up and get the ball.
Okay.
Strong guy that can go up and get the ball. It's going to be interesting to see. Obviously, I have a feeling that Jennings can turn into a, third down red zone kind of guy. I could be wrong, but that's my idea of the kind of receiver he's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like a stronger version of Kendrick Bourne, maybe. But we're just going to have to see. So what I think is it's going to be a rotation thing. Maybe I'm wrong and maybe they get it definitive, but as of now, I think it might be a rotation thing and just kind of put whoever's in there who could be most useful in each situation.
Yeah. I think for me, personally, I think it actually might be Mohamed Sanu. Just because he's a veteran, he's been in the game long enough, and he's a guy that could do those. Why am I blanking right now? Those routes where, oh God, I can't think of the damn word right now. But you know what I mean. He's
going to be like a go sit in the zone and find the hole in the zone kind
exactly.
of
guy. Yeah. And I think he's a perfect fit for it. But we can also look at Juwan Jennings, like you said, and Craycraft.
Yeah, I guess he'll probably get some playing time too.
Yeah.
I feel like he'd be more of a special teams guy this year with some of the guys we brought in and who's going to make the roster. But I wouldn't be surprised, because he's a good route runner. So
Mm-hmm.
It'll be maybe he'll get some time too.
I so thinking about it now, I could agree with you about them switching out the receivers a lot for the number 3 spot. Because I mean, I feel like we have a good receiver depth. Um, it's just depending on them staying healthy and how good they're going to be throughout the season and everything.
Yeah, I mean, well, I think we'll know more after the preseason or during preseason,
Mm-hmm.
kind of where we're gonna be with receiver 3, probably like after the first or second preseason game. Maybe we'll have a better idea. I
Yeah.
think it's definitely gonna be like the test on who's gonna maybe win out to be the starter at receiver 3. Even if they do rotate, they're gonna try. I think Kyle's gonna try to find out who he can put in there and who he's gonna trust in there. So I think definitely this is the year to watch Niners preseason games because I think we're gonna learn a lot, and like we definitely need to watch so we can kind of get an idea of what might happen come week 1.
Yep. I definitely agree. And I mean, especially if you put Jalen Hurd in there too. Oh, I'm ready for that.
Oh, dude, I'm excited for Hurd.
Me too. I'm just praying and hoping that he stays healthy.
Oh, dude, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
We just need to go find that dang voodoo woman in New Orleans who's still freaking hurting our players. That's what it is, bro. All these freaking wins we've had against all these crazy wins that we've had against the Saints over the years. There's some lady in freaking the backwoods of Louisiana, dude, when they're for the freaking voodoo dolls, dude. I swear.
Yeah. So looking at how Trey Lance is looking and hearing what Kyle Shanahan has said about Jimmy Garoppolo, Kyle Shanahan basically said Jimmy's looking really good. He's looking a lot better than he has been in the past OTAs and training camp. Do you think having Trey Lance there and the Niners drafting Trey Lance lit a fire underneath his ass?
It could. Maybe Jimmy could be the kind of guy who thrives with competition. He hasn't had any yet, so this is the first time he's had real competition. So maybe. I think the fact that he is healthy now, so that probably makes a difference. And the biggest thing with Jimmy is if he's feeling confident. Like his biggest problem is his confidence.
Yeah.
His bad fourth quarter in the Super Bowl, confidence. Like he's not confident. He hasn't been really super confident since since he tore his ACL. But like the difference between that Super Bowl against a defense he should have been able to move the ball against in that fourth quarter, I think at least.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you watch you look at him that same season when he played New Orleans, he looked confident throwing the ball. Like he made things happen in that game, and like that whole game, every time we needed him to step up, he did it. You're like, oh, this is a confident Jimmy Garoppolo. Like he's out there freaking, strutting around, looking amazing, and then you see him, he looks like a deer caught in the headlights in the freaking fourth quarter of the Super Bowl, and you're like, dude. So maybe he's looking more confident, and he's playing well, and right now, he's not playing, I mean, he's looking good the way he's throwing the ball and stuff. Maybe he's more confident, and maybe having Trey Lance there, and knowing he still gets to be the starter for now and kind of be the bridge. Maybe he's feeling confident, or maybe, like you said, maybe he does have a freaking fire lit under his ass, and he's going to play better. Some players do thrive under that, so
yeah,
we'll have to
I
wait.
feel like with what Kyle Shanahan said, he says he looks a lot better after coming off that injury too, and I don't know, like I'm feeling confident. Like I said, I haven't given up on Jimmy, I'm feeling confident. It's just, I'm excited to see what he brings for sure this season. And you see too that he it doesn't he could be playing this off, but he doesn't seem like he's upset about them drafting Trey Lance. I mean, he says that they're getting together and they're working together and having fun and everything. Um, what do you think?
I think that's the kind of guy Jimmy is. I think he's just a good guy.
Yeah,
I just don't think he has that. He's not the kind of guy to get upset or feel threatened. He's just the kind of guy who's going to accept him and do his part until he can't. It's kind of like the same way Alex Smith was. Really, he's just like that
yeah,
kind of demeanor.
it's true.
But if that means Jimmy's going to play well, then so be it. Because if Jimmy plays well, we're going to be. That's the thing is you can hate on Jimmy, you can love Jimmy. If Jimmy's playing well, like the way he's can, and if he's like playing well, we're going to be winning games. Like if he's consistently week after week playing good, like we're going to win games. Because he has the ability to be an absolute great quarterback, but he's just his inconsistency, his inability to stay confident in what he's doing.
Yeah,
makes him not be makes him inconsistent.
Mm-hmm.
So if this year he's consistently playing well, then we're going to win games. I mean, we almost win games with terrible quarterbacks. We easily could have won 10 games last season with the backup quarterback. So with a healthy, decent, like a healthy Jimmy Garoppolo last year, we probably would have won 10 games, I think, and would have made the playoffs. But didn't work out that way. So it's gonna be interesting. I think maybe Jimmy's thinking if he gets this last shot, he plays really well and stays healthy. Either the Niners trade him halfway through the season, or he plays the whole season and then he gets he can go to a new team and make some money. So this is kind of the year where Jimmy knows that he's not going to be with the Niners forever, but he could possibly make a chance to go to another team that can have him for a while.
Yeah. That leads me to the question too: is Jimmy stays healthy, plays great? Do you see him taking us to another Super Bowl this year?
With that team?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so too.
With Trey Sermon to take most of the carries and have say Mostert as a change of pace guy with that speed. He's stay healthier because he's not going to have as many carries. Oh yeah. There's a reason we got, even when we didn't really need running back, that we freaking drafted Trey Sermon.
Well, it helps out too because now we lost Jeff Wilson, so Trey Sermon will be there.
He can replace him just fine. And then we have that guy out of that 6th-round running back who can play receiver as well. So
yeah,
we'll be fine because Carl Shanahan could take any running back from anywhere and make them good. So not too worried about that. But I think Trey Sermon could be like rookie of the year good in Kyle Shanahan's offense.
Oh yeah, definitely. I can see that happening.
He was amazing at Oklahoma and then went to Ohio State and was just as amazing.
Yeah. Well, and especially with the O-line that we have now too. I mean, I'm not worried anymore.
McGlinchey's going to be – watch, McGlinchey's going to have comeback player of the year, watch. That good of a season.
He's gaining a little bit of that weight back too. It's going to help him.
That game we saw last season against the Rams where he completely just straight up shut down Darnold.
Aaron Donald.
Yeah. He's just going to be him every game. Watch. He's going to be one of the best starting right tackles. Watch, it's going to happen. I just have a feeling he's coming back he's confident. He's coming back with after gaining some weight. He's not, he's good about himself. He's good mentally. I think he's gonna come back and be an absolute monster.
Oh yeah.
I think Banks is gonna start. Right guard, maybe even left guard, and then Tomlinson. Is it
Yeah,
Tomlinson? Maybe we put him at right guard and then move the Banks. No,
to left guard.
maybe both. Maybe they keep Banks at right guard though because he's like buddies with McGlinchey, so maybe they have good chemistry there on the right side.
That'd be good. Yeah, I could see that happening for sure.
Because I feel like our run game is going to be good. I feel like we're going to have such a really good run blocking offensive line.
Oh,
We'll
yeah.
have to see how pass blocking looks. I think it'll look better. But I'm excited to see how well we block in the run game. I'm pretty excited to see how this line looks.
Yeah, me too. Especially with our O line upgrading, I feel like Jimmy will for sure be a lot more safe too, especially in the pocket. Um, so I'm excited to see what Jimmy brings after that injury.
See, that's the thing is I'm wondering like if Jimmy is get some actual more like time to sit back in the pocket, actually like a little bit more time and how much what difference that could have made because like Jimmy's played good at times, but we also have to realize he hasn't always had the most time to sit back and throw the ball. He hasn't
Yeah.
had the best offensive line pass blocking since he's been with the Niners. Like it hasn't been that great. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of knocks on Jimmy, but you have to give him the benefit of the doubt on the fact that he hasn't always had great protection. Like he didn't even have great protection really in the Super Bowl. So if our pass blocking is substantially better, it's going to be very interesting to see the difference in Jimmy just for the fact that he has a second or two longer to make the play.
Yeah, I'm gonna be very interested in see how Jimmy does for sure this year, and hopefully he's not scared anymore about getting hurt, and hopefully that'll help with especially with the O line that we have now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna still give Jimmy a chance and just see where it
Oh
goes.
yeah.
I'm just kind of going. That's kind of where I am this season. I'm just going to go for the ride and enjoy it.
I think at this point right now, I'm at the point where it's like it's Jimmy season this year for sure, and then I think they'll move on to Trey next year.
Yeah, that's definitely. I think so. Like I think if we're winning and Jimmy's playing okay, wouldn't be
Mm-hmm.
surprised if we put in Trey Lance.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be interesting. Most quarterbacks do. Young quarterbacks do tend to do better when they've sit even if it's a couple games.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know, dude, because I don't. We
It's hard to
can't
say
really,
right now.
it's hard, especially with the way the Niners are and the way they don't tell us anything. It's just
Yeah.
we're just gonna have to wait and see.
Yep.
It's gonna be that's what's so great about this season is there's so much unknown that
Mm-hmm.
you kind of just have to sit back and be excited to see what happens.
Yeah.
But that's why it's also going to be fun when after the first game we get to sit and analyze it because that's going to be so much fun to analyze the first game after all the hype coming into this season.
That is true. And I'm ready for preseason to start too, so we can see like all the players, see how they do.
Yeah, I wouldn't even be. I'd be cool just like live streaming that, like on going live, for
like
that.
like analyzing during the game or whatever.
Exactly. Like I know we can't show it on the thing, but we can kind of talk about it.
Yeah, we could talk about it for sure. I'm down to do that, man.
I think
That'd
for the
be cool.
preseason games that'd be fun. I think during the regular season, obviously we watch it, take our notes, and come back. But I like the idea of like kind of trying to analyze preseason because that's what it's for anyway.
Yeah.
So
Me too.
I'm pretty excited for preseason.
So am I,
I
man.
normally have never been excited for preseason, but this year I am.
I think it's just because we get to see Trey Lance too play. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, dude, I'm so excited.
Yeah. So I'm excited to see that for sure. Just real quick, June 30th is State of the Franchise. I'm looking forward to it because they're finally going to be bringing back throwback jersey, the home jersey, the red jerseys. We might be going live during it, so catch us then for sure. But I'm excited to see what everybody says, and because I know Jed York's going to be there, John Lynch, Kyle Shanahan, George Kittle, Jimmy G. A couple people are going to be there.
There's a reason when they do those lists, like ranking the best jerseys in the NFL, the Niners are up there. We have some of the best freaking jerseys. One of the reasons is because they're so plain and they don't freaking they're not flamboyant. I think helps a lot that they're like one of the best, but we just have some of the best freaking jerseys.
Yeah, we definitely do.
That white throwback that we have, oh my god!
I when they came out with those, dude, I was excited.
And then the red ones that were supposed to come out with this year, I mean, just they look so good in that Super Bowl. I think we wore those in the 1994 Super Bowl, didn't we?
Yeah.
I think that's what we wore. I could be wrong, but I know that we wore them that year on our way to the Super Bowl. So those jerseys are amazing. So I think this is going to bring good luck.
I think so too, man.
When they introduce it, they need to have freaking Rice walk out wearing his, but the newer version. The version that's going to look like this year when they wear them, they need to have Jerry Rice come out wearing it. Just in my opinion, because he looked the best in it. So.
Oh, dude, easily. I think they're going to have Jerry Rice there for sure.
Oh, dude, I hope so. I'll be so freaking stoked if he's there, showing off the jersey.
So I think we're gonna wrap it up for tonight. It's been too long since we've been on, so we wanted to come on and just talk everything Niners. Just real fast, I want to go ahead and put this out real quick. So Trey Area merch is on the Hive merch page. If you guys want to go ahead and buy some of the Trey Lance merch, go ahead and get yours today. Save 50% off of your entire order with code HIVE15. So go ahead and check that out, guys. And then also, too, real fast, I want to go ahead and shout out the guys over at 49ers Hive, our team. 81 Vino teamed up with 49ers Hive with Zach and Matt. So you can save 10% using Hive10, and you get your bottle of wine. Very good wine from 81 Vino. It's Tara Owens came out with his own wine, so go ahead and check that out over at the page.
As soon as I get my taste back, I'm gonna have to get some of that wine.
Yeah, definitely. According to Zach and Matt, it's really, really good wine. So go ahead and check that out, guys. One more time. Let me see if I could find it real fast.
T.O. is probably my all-time favorite player, so
yes.
I gotta try the wine.
Dude, I loved T.O. when I was little.
I loved him when he went to a different team. I've always loved him.
So yeah, go ahead and check it out. 81 Vino, 10% off. Use code HIVE. Once again, some good stuff. So check that out, guys. We appreciate you guys tuning in today. We'll definitely be back. Jordan, good to see y'all again. Thanks, Jay. Appreciate it. But yeah, I think that'll do it, guys. We'll catch you next time. Peace.
Peace out.